It's difficult for students with learning needs to learn the same way as students without them. Sometimes the learning material is too abstract. Sometimes students do not have the right strategies in order to comprehend the material. It's very important to dig deep into their differences and pull out new instructions to accommodate these students. Not only is it important to have differentiated instructions, but it is important to have a planned behavioral support so that they can achieve class goals. In the class that I observed, there were students with ADHD and one student with a visual impairment. I interviewed a TA, Wendy, to talk more of what she feels was more severe in the classroom.
I have a student who would run around during instruction disrupting the class. There's a take a break chair where the student can go and sit to calm down. The chair represents a calm place so that when the student knows that they're sitting there, they need to calm their bodies down.
Students with ADHD usually have characteristics such as inattention, the inability to focus or concentrate for appropriate amounts of time, impulsivity, the inability to control behavior and reactions on a reflective level, and hyperactivity, which is excessive motor movement. Adapting the environment can be a way of helping students with ADHD focus. For example, putting the kids away from doors and windows rather with students who are well behaved. This way, the kids can communicate and provide further explanations if needed. Another example of adapting environment would be putting students with ADHD in quiet areas where distraction is minimized. Of course, other students should be put there from time to time so that it isn't seen as punishment, but rather as a place to get work done. Verbal instructions are important, but written instructions should also be provided with students with ADHD so that they can visually see key points. Once this is provided, demonstration and modeling should also be incorporated so that they know exactly what to expect. Organizational and time management strategies should also be provided. With clear routines and constant reminding, students would be able to sustain their attention more efficiently. For example, an organizational tool can be used. This can contain a checklist or agendas and schedules for them to be able to follow through. When students with ADHD complete one or two given tasks, they should be given a preferred activity that they can do so that they can look forward to getting them done. Student with visual impairment stayed closer to the board during instruction. This girl was not completely blind. According to the teacher of the classroom, as I was able to see myself, she was cross eyed. This is called eye movement abnormality. It is when there's an unequal pull of muscles surrounding the eye, in which the eyes are not aligned. In order to accommodate students with this abnormality, there should be usage of assistive technology, extra assistant, change in physical environment, student response, teacher instruction, alternation in material, and alternation in activities, or even the curriculum sometimes. Low vision devices are usually used as an assistive technology and it's actually been found to be effective in improving visual performance in children for a better result in their education. For example, magnifiers and telescopes may be used. This wasn't present in the classroom. With assistance from another teacher, for example, a teacher's assistant, students will be able to catch up with their peers on activities that require more visual work. In the classroom, the assistant teacher did sit next to the visually impaired student more often to guide her. Students with this impairment should be seated close to the board or at a spot where there is less glare. There wasn't much glare in the classroom I observed in, but the student was the closest to the teacher. Although Braille would be a useful strategy, this student was not that severe. Teacher instruction usually doesn't need to change, but it is very important that teachers are very verbal about everything they're demonstrating. However, adaptation of the material might be necessary at times. For example, students who are blind or have more severe visual impairments might need material in Braille, large print, or on CD.